this light. I'll just leave those on. Good girl. That's harder to do than you think, to hit your hands. We are just music. We are rhythm and rhyme all the time. People are a little off key. Their internal harmonics, they're a little off these days. I had my taste of it today. Hey John, what's up? I was on my way into town. Gonna go to the water house, fill up my water jug. Took a nice shower. Cleared my aura, my energy field. It was a beautiful evening. I was gonna take some nice pictures. Got some nice pictures nonetheless, and this fucking man, people are just unyielding. Right? And yet they're just, this guy, I saw him way behind me. And I saw him in my rearview mirror, and he kept getting closer and closer. And then before I know it, he's right on my ass, and we're coming up on the blinking light. And I was like, dude, I'm cool. You can fucking do that all you want, but if I can't see your license plate, here we go. Here we go. Get off my ass, motherfucker. Get off my ass. It's people just wanting to encroach, putting their will on yours. They're just infringing, right? It's these maniacal freaking mindsets. I see it everywhere I go. I yield because I don't want to be like that. So I'm coming up on the light, and I'm braking to slow down to go the light. This freaking dude and he's got like an elder in his car. In the passenger seat, older than you, Ma. Woman had to be in her 80s, so he's driving reckless like this with an elder in the car. Comes up around me, cuts me off. I said, oh no, not today. Not today. I said, get out the car, because the light was red. And he starts to open his door. I said, that's all I need. I unlock my door. I open the door. I look at him right in the rearview mirror. I said, get out, motherfucker! Not today, machismo! Ugh! And he freaking opened the door. He looked at me. He closed the door, and he drove off through the red light. I don't carry a gun. I don't need to carry a gun. The power within me, I don't need a fucking gun. Especially in New Mexico, because all the men are small. They're all little women-hating fucking machismos, see? And they may not have had a whole lot of examples of women to respect in this world. Let me introduce you to one. My name is Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I like to talk about how I feel about things. I don't really feel like going out. And it was such a weird feeling when I went into town, Ma. I went and got water. And like everywhere, things were closed at like 5:30 on a Saturday, Ma. There's so much stuff closed. There are all these restaurants closed. It's like, why? What day is it? What time is it? What's going on? Shouldn't there be hustle and bustle? Are we between timelines? I feel like we're between timelines. It's gonna get hot here. It's not hot. Redding, home armpit of California. They're getting into their fun season. Yeah, see, people are talking about how fucking hot shit is. I'm like, give me a fucking break, dude. We didn't have air conditioning when I had the chicken pox when I was 7 years old. It was 117. You know how I would itch my chicken pox? I would lay in really hot water. I still soothe mosquito itches that way. When I get mosquito bites, because I'm allergic, I get big old welts. I hate mosquitoes. And they itch for days. I got one on my knuckle right here. What kind of karmic retribution is that shit? What did I do to deserve that? You know why I'm so adamant about defending myself and sticking up for myself? Because when I was a little girl, I got bullied a lot. People made fun of me a lot because I talked funny. I always had masculine energy, and it wasn't my fault they cut my hair short so I looked like a little dude. But they didn't like having to deal with me to brush it. So they said, we'll just fix it. We'll just cut her hair off. And then I look like a little boy. And then everybody, are you a boy or a girl? I'm like, fucking, what? I'm just a kid playing here. What difference does it make? And now, fast forward 45 years later, there's all this precedence. They're trying to change people, and it's like they got everybody's curious about stuff at some point in their life. That's what life is about. It's an experience game. It's a game of experience. That's all we're supposed to do is have life experience. And am I going to have a pleasant experience just for only me, or am I going to share my experience and try and make other people's experiences pleasant too? Because it's not just about me. A lot of people forgot where they came from. I know that. I came from the same place as my brother, and we did not turn out the same. We did not turn out the same. He turned out to be one of those frickin' lizard people. Those opportunistic, egotistical, easing God out, never does the good thing, just fucking does what he gets paid to do. Turned us out. Turned us to the curb. Kicked us, his mother and his sister, his only two living relatives that ever freaking cared about him. Because people can't face themselves. And now we're coming to a point, everybody gets to face themselves. Everybody gets to come to the realization that ultimately, we're all alone. Even if you have a really big family, you are still all alone because, I mean, like there comes a situation in everybody's life that nobody can help you out of this situation. And you got to dig deep. You got to go deep within to get yourself out of that situation. I see a lot of people that came up and forgot where they came from. I remember being a little girl, hanging out, thinking of all the dreams, the big dreams I had when I would be a grown-up, all the places I wanted to go, all the things I wanted to see. And honestly, I did a lot of those things. I did a lot of those things and more. Because I never thought I'd be in a bullshit military combat. I got my pictures today of when I was in operation. This is what war is about. Hanging by the pool, dropping bombs on people, and then hanging by the pool. Per diem. That was in Naples, Italy on the way back. I was out the window, someplace over Europe. It's the island of Crete. Pretty night. I never wanted to go to the mainland Crete. Mainland Greece. It's because why do I care? This is where Chuck Norris lived. Chuck Norris lived on the island of Crete. This is Hanya. This is what war's about, folks. This is what war is about. I'm on paid vacation, getting per diem. There's a trash can in Naples, Italy. We stopped there for a little layover. More Greece, the mountains on Crete. It's like the smallest landmass where they have the highest elevation. Like you get all 4 seasons. This is the hotel I stayed in. This is from my hotel room, looking at mainland Greece. This is the Panorama Hotel. You can still look it up. You can still look it up. I'm blocked from there, and I don't know why. This is my feet, and looking up at my hotel room. They just finished the Eternity Pool. It was really cool. More Mediterranean Sea. You know, if it wasn't for us going in other places and killing people that didn't deserve to die, I wouldn't have got such a nice vacation. There's the Eternity Pool. You know, so we're all the military members that are sorry for this. They're not sorry. I think I'm the only one. I'm the only one that's sorry. I'm sorry for my part in this shit. You know, and I look at all the people that get pensions. They still get paid freaking thousands of dollars every month for doing this shit 20 years ago. You know? That's the Sun. That's the Sun Hotel. That's the big time. So you think your dads and uncles and brothers and stuff, they're all going off to fucking war to, dig, you know, live in trenches and shit like that? Nah, they're alright. They're probably cheating on there's fucking spouses too. Ever hear about gay while away? I didn't either until I had a roommate here. Look at these bros. Look at these bros. Just living the life. Living the life. And we just celebrated with fucking explosions and bullshit fucking fireworks. That shit. This is what people celebrate, folks. This is what you love. The land that you love. You know what's coming up? Fucking the nodes are shifting. North node in Aries, south node in Libra. And all this stuff in Capricorn and Cancer, it's tripping me out. It's tripping me out. I got Cancer in my first and second house, so those are highly activated. And that puts in my 6th and 7th house, that puts Cancer, so that's a third of my chart that is extremely activated right now, and it just, wow, what am I gonna do? You know, the temperature's getting hotter. How am I gonna use my time constructively? I felt really squirrely today, so I took the opportunity. I put it on the community page an excerpt, just like 35-second clip of a reading that the Peace Dealer did for me about 3 years ago. You know, I could play part of that because I don't think I can get a copyright for that. It just wouldn't be very good quality. Although I could make it good quality. Where am I at time? Oh, I'm only at 14 minutes. I can play a couple minutes. Okay. How you doing, Ma? Huh? You're doing okay? I just have been mostly transmuting freaking energy all day. Okay, so if I go to my watch history. Here's the little excerpt that I played.
You are a high priestess. You are a cardinal bishop. Okay? And this allows you to be a leader. Even though your MC is in the 9th house, okay? Your MC and legacy means that you're going to change the world. and how you teach divinity and magic, okay, outright magic, which makes sense as you are this sacred being, okay, representing Heyoka. So, right off the bat, you are a high priestess, you are a
So that
cardinal
was an
bishop,
excerpt.
okay,
Let's see if I can.
and this
The only thing
allows you to
is,
be
hold
a
on a second.
leader, even though
All right, that's that. It's
your
not. It's
MC
not
is in the
me.
ninth house,
Stop.
okay.
Stop. Technology doesn't do what I want it to do all the time. It has a mind of its own. It always has. I've walked past freaking. I've gotten electrocuted by just walking past appliances. I don't. There's people think they know. People think they know. People think they got all the answers. Nah. People got parts. I got pieces and parts of the puzzle, for sure. Ain't nobody got all the answers. Let's see if we got more.
When you have these woke revolutions, it requires all of us at some.
Okay, I hate that guy. Let's see if I can find this other part that I like a lot.
And very, very, very. Off the bat, this is already a very super powerful chart. And I feel inclined, really, to actually just break down the most legendary part of your chart, which is your Gemini and Sagittarius energy. Because the way your unconscious and conscious habits and lifestyle is expressed is not necessarily like any individual that lives in this earth. In fact, there are certain modalities, rules, and ways of living that are foregone in an effort to hold this divine space and to live life more like a god or an alien would than a human. This is even more complicated when we see that Neptune is right on your sixth house and or still in your sixth house. So if we take into account that you have Mars and Saturn on your south node in Gemini, you come into this lifetime with true karmic authority and the action to enforce that true karmic authority that makes your understanding of truth hidden to you. As a Cancer rising, that can psychically feel into subtle vibrations others may not feel into, thus subtly changing your understanding of the truth. Everything you're directly aware of as an Aries sun, ironically, but something that others won't really understand ever, unless they're woke or unless they get it, which is super legend. It's not common, okay? It's not even supposed. I'm trying to illustrate that it's not even supposed to be common. It's actually supposed to be very rare, and this is what lends into you being some sort of a divine trickster. Because with this 12th house energy, I almost think of this 12th house energy as like To Catch a Predator or Candid Camera.
Remember watching
where
Candid Camera, Mom?
you know the Neptune North Node energy is showing people the behavior of others, but the Saturn and Mars is like the hidden camera in the 12th, showing the hidden truth of how people act when they don't know they're being watched. And so we want to take that analogy and show how this applies to what you see in everyone's life. You can look into someone's eyes. You can look into someone's life and see aspects of this play out in ways that they don't even know you're aware of directly. And this is more of a superpower than anything. So the way this denotes karmically, because now your karma is directly linked to your destiny. Because you have South Node in the 12th, you don't even have karma in this life. Like you do have karma, obviously, but like your karma is really more for other people. Like there's an individual sense of this that influences you, but you really came into this lifetime to enforce the unconscious true authority of this karma in ways that straighten out and show other people how better to make their own lifestyle divinely amazing. And this is where there's a tricky nature to Neptune here in the 6th, where Uranus and Neptune are unconventional energies because they're trans-Saturnian, they're after Saturn. If Saturn represents the dictates of a system and the rules that adhere to its structure, well, Uranus is innovative because it breaks these rules in an effort to revolutionize and innovate the rules. And Neptune is trans-Saturnian in the sense that it escapes this shit because it's not even real. And when I say it's not even real, I say that it escapes to the much more primordial essence and dreamtime quality of the energy beyond what we sense physically. Hence why.
That's enough for now. Just a little insight. See, I let everybody know. I put me out there all over the place. This is me. What you see is what you get. And then I sit back and wait and wonder, is it the same for you? Am I getting what I see with you? Most people are just like white noise. They just have a low hum. People think that Taos hum is something good. It's dull. Right? That low hum. I'm looking for high vibrational beings, so when I go out in the world and I think I see one, are you like me? Are you high vibey like me? I vibe high. I'm a thunder being. What are you? And then I watch. And then they show me what they are. Usually, 9 times out of 10, they're more of the same. Oh, it's just an onion with colors on it. A colored onion. And then you take off this color, and then there's another color, and then there's very little consistency in that colored onion. And with all of these different layers and different colors, what are you really and what are you trying to hide? My Scorpio moon inquires. So I put myself out there a lot, even when I don't want to. I have for years. This is my 5th step, my daily reprieve. And if I don't like how I act, then I won't act that way because it will make me uncomfortable to talk about it here. Right? Everything I do in life, I'm like, Marge, you want to tell mom about this? Is a, if like, is this something you'd want to, I have measures. And usually I preface and word things in such ways that I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with it. Let her rip. Watch the last episode of The Bear today. I like that show. I like the first season better. I mean, yeah. But whatever. It's still a good show. Makes me think about a lot of stuff. I have felt like Cameron so many times. Just vibrating with like ideas and thoughts that are just going around in a freaking carousel, like one of those spin out rides that the floor used to drop, that they used to have at the county fairs and stuff. I remember one girl got like upside down. She had really long hair. Her hair got everywhere. Didn't look like much fun. Centrifugal force pushes you up against the wall. It's kind of uncomfortable, really. They put cushions on it, but what we're getting to now is a place in time in history where we're going to see what we're made of. We're going to see who's done the work and who hasn't. It's, for most people, it's easy to see who hasn't done the work, man. It's, I am surrounded, I'm in New Mexico. I'm surrounded by seas of people who haven't fucking done work. Surrounded by seas of people that haven't even, like if you see trash, pick it up, kind of thing, you know? And it goes so far beyond that, and they just don't. They just don't. They just don't. And I think about like the balance of the world, and you have like worker bees and people that like me that have worked since they're 15 years old, and maybe it's not, you know, in a traditional sense, like everyone else, and but it's contributing. It's contributing to something and people more than just myself. And I've seen this, and that's how society programs the people. It teaches you, go to college, get a job, earn all this money, stockpile it in the bank. And when I was younger, my brother like had me read this book called The Richest Man in Babylon. They talk about how, you know, compound interest and all these reindeer games, bullshit, stuff that doesn't matter. One thing that they did mention in that is like 10% of what you should go to some kind of charity, should go to helping other people. You know, there's a lot of people on this world that aren't even smart enough to go to college, man, let alone have the money. They can't even like perform the thought processes that are required to do what the syllabus the teacher is asking. The dumbing down of society has worked. It has definitely unequivocally worked. And there's a lot of freaking kids that are born to freaking junkie parents. They don't teach them how to do jack shit. Where are these kids, you know? Everybody's headed off a place of either you're going to learn how to make it real nice in your own community. I'm here. I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know, we started our shift 3 years ago of what people are really like feeling compelled to do now, like the great transition. Like, people feel like shit's about to freaking hit the fan. They're trying to get to where they want to be and feel a little bit more safe and secure. That's so nice that they have such a say in where they want to be. I'm just fucking assigned to places on the fucking planet. Taos, fucking New Mexico? Give me a fucking break, dude. This place is so 90s, so in the past. Dumb. Wonder what the average IQ in this place is. It ain't real high. And I go around all the time and I'm like helping people like with help them carry stuff and open their doors, and I'm always helping, and you know what people are saying to me? That I am so nice because people just don't do that. I said, that's what I live for. I live to teach people how they should be acting the whole motherfucking time, but for whatever reason, they're just compelled to not help. Yep. So, anyway, things are going to get spicy when the temperature's spiking, you know? I don't know. I want to get this evaporated cooler, but it's like $500. I took a picture of it the other day. I don't even think we would need the swamp cooler. I could just put it on the hall right here and blow it that way. We used to have ginormous ones when I was in the Air Force. You got everything you need in the military. You even have little paint shops, little like Sherman-Williams and Ace Hardwares and shit right there on base. So you don't even have to leave the convenience of the constraints of your freaking own domain, and you can go in there and they'll even put hints of color in there for you on the cost of not to you, because as long as you sign up to kill people, you get a lot of benefits. That club, man, has a lot of motherfucking benefits. Here it is. It's a Hessier 950 foot portable evaporated cooler. That'll keep the dogs cool. Why? I'm not liking that. There. Boop. Because this one's on its last leg. And I'm not buying another one that we got because they only last a year. I know that for sure because we've had two and they've only lasted a year. So anyway, I think I've yammered long enough. Ooh, I want to try the prime rib at the sagebrush. I will not try the Manhattan at the sagebrush. You got the last one at 7:30. So on Saturday, I'll go at freaking 5, dude, or 4. I'll be like, I'll call, when do you take it out? When's it come out? I want the prime rib at the sagebrush, please. I'm good with freaking going out and doing stuff by myself. I've been doing it a lot. Most of my life. That's why I take pictures, so many pictures and stuff, is because this is how I get mom out. I take all these pictures and then I come home and then I talk about the UFO clouds and how stupid the city is for buying these fucking LED lights and how much fucking money did they spit on those little bullshits. Fucking retards. It's not their money, they don't care. But every time I look at nature and the clouds, it always makes me feel better. It's my go-to for solace and peace and serenity. It's always been nature. So, for whatever reason I'm in Taos, I'm okay with it. It's better than being in a lot of other places on this stinking planet right now. And people are smaller here. So I don't have to worry. Tiny little population here. But the blues are on the street here, though. 3 for $20 is what they say. 3 for $20 blues. Freaking junky shit. So, more things that are taking people's spirit. So what are people going to do to hang on to the spirit that they got? And to redeem themselves and to stop acting and doing all those scumbag things that they've done. I'm talking about me, too. Found some of my old literature. I used to take this to the jail. 7 years I took AA meetings to the jail in Potawatomi County Jail. There's still stuff in here. The girls liked me in there. They wanted me to be their girlfriend. I said, I don't date jailbirds. I don't date jailbirds. But one of them was nice. She wrote this, because this is what I used to white knuckle it all the time. I drive down the road and I just repeat that like a weird kid over and over. I'm happy, I'm content, I'm grateful. That's all I gotta focus on. I learned a lot from this stuff, but there's a lot of seedy, nasty, dirty shit and that, just like everything else. There's people ruin everything, man. I know a lot about this stuff, so when another part of about my chart is it talks about how I'm here to help people get over their hurts and pains and things, and I got a lot of years of experience on how to do it because I got past a lot of mine. So